Hey everyone, welcome back. This is going to be an overview of a new custom neighborhood called Starlight Palms. It's by a creator called Sims Nostalgia and is available to download from their Patreon. The neighborhood description says, Starlight Palms is a neighborhood where no 2 days are ever the same. Sims from all over the world arrive here chasing one dream, making it big in the entertainment industry. So the theme of the neighborhood is very much based on the Sims Superstar expansion. From ambitious newcomers to obsessive superfans to world-famous celebrities, everyone wants their moment in the spotlight beneath the dazzling lights of Starlight Palms. But behind the glamour, exclusive parties and red carpets lies a world filled with rivalry, gossip, and hidden secrets. Here careers are made and just as quickly destroyed. Straight away, I really like how the neighborhood is divided into different sections where all of the houses in one section are kind of in the same style. Like this area down here, it's kind of like industrial vibes. There's like a trailer park over here. These houses look pretty fancy with swimming pools and privacy fences and things. I think I'd like to just have a look at some of the houses and see what they're like. Let's start off in the top left hand corner, 50 Ridge Road. So all the houses in this area have this kind of sleek black and white modern vibe. I think this house would be perfect for maybe a Sim starting out in the fame industry. It's a nice size and layout. It's quite affordable, under 20,000. And then it's like if you want a house similar to this, but you don't want that exact house, you've kind of got like these houses that are just variations, which I think is really cool because sometimes there's like one house that you really like and you can't really be bothered to do a lot of building and change it. But to have loads of houses within one area of the town that are very similar, I think that's just a really good idea. Like this house is very similar, but it's a little bit cheaper. We've got like a Spartan special bed instead of the Napoleon sleigh bed. We've got a cheaper TV. So it's a little bit more affordable. So you'd have a bit more money to maybe play some extra objects early on if you wanted to. Maybe like an electric guitar or something if you needed to get your creativity skill up. The lots have still got the old lot descriptions. I'm not really sure how to change that. I guess there were other lot descriptions that are meant to show up, but we know this is not the Port Rouge Villa. We know it's clearly something different. This is really cool because it's like two houses on one lot. So you could have like kind of roommates, or maybe you play this as like two Sims living in apartments next door. And these houses are definitely quite kind of plain and uniform. So I think you could go in and customize a little bit if you wanted to, but there's enough to kind of get you started at the same time. I like how there's a pool as well. But this is still like a relatively like affordable house, or two houses I should say. So you could definitely afford that quite early on in the game if you're starting with a starter budget. There's also pre-made families in this town. So up here in the top left, we've got the Springfield family. Let's take a look at their house. Oh, and all of the Sims have got descriptions as well. So it says, Gerard may seem stern and standoffish, but he's probably just scanning your outfit. It's what he loves most. After all, it's his job. As long as there isn't a wrinkle in your blouse, you'll be just fine. And then Philip, terrible outfit, handsome face. That's how Philip was criticized by his partner Gerard, 20 years his senior, at a fashion event in Studio City. Yet he fell head over heels for him. Together they're trying to take over the fashion world. So they're a gay couple both working in the fashion industry. Gerard is a fashion columnist and then Philip is in the actual fame career in Studio Town. I love how the second floor has got these windows all the way around. So it creates this really like open space inside the house. That's really cool. And you can go up the stairs and play pool in this little closed off area, but it's not really closed off because you can see it from downstairs, but it feels like separated out. I really like that. And there's an indoor swimming pool with a little spa area and place to hang out and just chill by the pool. I think the way the whole house is like kind of enclosed with these windows looking into the garden, it makes it feel very fancy, which is just kind of perfect for the whole like celebrity storyline, I think. There's also a community lot up here. Let's take a look. So it's like a spa kind of. We've got an aquatic playhouse for diving. There's a couple of different swimming pools of different sizes, some mud baths, and then like a massage area upstairs and a smoothie bar. The garden is really pretty as well. I think it's nice that this is in the same corner of town because I could definitely imagine Gerard and Philip coming down here to use the spa. Let's look at a different area. Shall we look at this area here? It looks kind of like Spanish colonial style maybe, with the red roofs and the kind of gold outside wall covering. Oh, the cat family and Claire Charming are still here. Maybe I was supposed to evict them and they're not supposed to be here. Either way, let's look at Claire Charming's new house. Where is she? There she is. This is so nice and spacious. And it's very like open plan, like you kind of move through the house from one area to the next. I really like that. With the pool in the little courtyard area. I never think to build kitchens with like a little island and a place to sit and eat. I think it works really nicely in this open space. This lot that used to be Sims Central Park is now residential. So this is like a huge mansion. This is so cool. There's these kind of like, I guess you'd call these reception rooms right at the front, and then a proper living room, and then the kitchen and dining area at the back, and then 2 swimming pools in this middle area. There's 1 bedroom here, and then a little private hot tub patio at the back. Being upstairs and looking down into the fancy courtyard with the swimming pools, it feels very luxurious. I think once you're quite rich, you could probably move in here and be very happy. There's also a starter home in this area, so let's have a look at that too. It's where the vanilla home used to be. This is pretty spacious for a starter home. There's definitely lots of room to kind of expand and add more things. And there's 2 toilets, which is quite nice and quite a rarity in a small house like this. I think we'll look at the trailer park area next. Quite a few of these houses are starter homes. And there's also like a proper trailer park on one lot. I think we should look at this one. Okay, so each of the trailers is quite bare bones. There's no actual kitchen in any of the trailers. So I guess you have to just come and cook food outside here and just eat in a shared area. And there's really not a lot of furniture. So that would definitely give you something to aim for if you moved in here. Or maybe you'd have Sims going into each other's trailers and using different objects. But I don't know. I think if you moved in here, you need to add probably a few more things, but that's part of the fun of telling the story. This starter home is only 11,000, so it's very affordable and very small, but you've kind of got everything you need. Quite a nice bed as well. I like how the inside wallpaper actually matches these columns. Let's look at one of the households already living here. We've got the Tolmachevi family. This looks a bit more like a kind of finished trailer, where you've kind of got everything you need. Reminds me a bit of Brandy Broke's trailer in The Sims 2. We've got Roxana and Lilia. Roxana has pushed her daughter Lilia into the spotlight from a young age. In a household with little money, Lilia's childhood TV commercials became a goldmine. Now, even though Lilia dreams of becoming a nurse at SimCity Hospital, her mother insists she becomes famous to bring in loads of money. Through manipulation, she hopes to turn Lilia into the biggest star in the world so she can sit back and take it easy. This is quite juicy, but quite sad actually. Oh no. Poor Lilia. Her mother's like exploiting her. That's a little dark, but it sounds like the kind of thing that would go on in Hollywood, doesn't it? Where the Burb family used to live, we have the Snoop family. I don't see her anywhere. Oh, she's just been in Studio Town. So she's a popcorn vendor. I'm guessing from the name Snoop, she's like kind of spying on people. There's like a telescope out here on the patio. There's a computer in the kitchen. Oh, she's a stalker. Susie has been accused multiple times of stalking and even spent 2 years in prison for stalking Damiano Glitzer. She was convinced that they were meant to be together. Susie appears on every red carpet hoping to get autographs from various celebrities. So she thinks that she has a relationship with a celebrity sim that doesn't know her. And that tracks because she doesn't have any pre-existing relationships. So I think we should go and find Damiano, I'm probably saying that wrong. The Glitzer family are living at 7 Sim Lane. Let's check them out. Ooh, this is quite fancy. Here he is. And this looks like it's his wife, Gwendolyn, and their child, Luxor. I love how this part of the bedroom just overhangs the swimming pool completely. It's like completely floating, but visually it's like tucked inside of this tall green hedge. That's really cool. There's a lot of windows up here, so it's not super private, but you could come down into the pool and patio area and just hide behind this hedge. If the obsessed fan decided to come round, I'm assuming these Sims are pretty famous. Yeah, trendsetter. Oh, and Damiano is a studio musician in the music career. Seeing as we're up here in Sim Lane, let's look at some of these other big mansions. 3 Sim Lane, we've got the Hernandez family. Should we look at them? Oh wow, this is huge. It's a completely different style. It's all like the dark wood and the dark red. So this is Raquel Hernandez. She looks very chic in that dress. We've got Salvador. Where's he? Oh, I think he's in is he in Studio Town about to come back? There he is. So he's in the pink limo. I'm assuming he's a 5-star celebrity. Yeah, he's a superstar. And Raquel is talk of the town, so she's pretty high up as well. And this is Teresa, their daughter. This is like the main bedroom, but then... oh, there's a bed in this bedroom. So this is like Teresa's room. But it feels more like a full like living room and study, and then the bed is just like tucked away, so I didn't even notice. That's how fancy your child is. They just have like a whole living room to themselves. Then we've got a piano out on the landing, which is quite fancy. I probably said fancy like a million times in this video. I like how the house has these little corners that kind of stick out. And then like this corner downstairs has been turned into a little shed for making gnomes. And then this corner, there's like a little chess area. Over here, it's like the pantry tucked away from the kitchen. That's such a cool idea. Because it's like you think, oh, this is the whole room. And then it's not. There's like a little bit of extra space. This back left corner's got like a square tub in it. I think we should look at some of the other mansions in this mansion area of the neighborhood. Let's look at 8 Sim Lane. The outdoor pool with like the bar, this is so cool. This would be perfect for parties because there's loads of space and you can just grill food here outside. But there's also like an actual fridge and a stove. So you could cook something else if you don't want burgers. I love this little tucked away area at the back because it doesn't seem like you can really get to it from the front of the house. Like this would be quite private. You'd have to walk all the way around behind the pool. But then, I mean, I guess you've got these windows here, so it's not really private. But then, because you've got the water at the back, you're not going to be disturbed by anyone. There's a mini spa upstairs as well. And then another bedroom. This is just a single bedroom. And then the main bedroom is down here. The house itself, I'd say it's quite compact and cozy almost. Not cozy, but it doesn't have like large, like sort of sprawling areas. It's like you've got all the space outside and then the actual house itself is kind of compact. I want to look at 10 Sim Lane as well. It's got a very nice light pink, purple, lavendery theme, and it feels very private with this kind of fence all the way around the outside, and then lots of pink and purple inside. I feel like this is for a very specific kind of sim. Like it's a much more specific look with all the pink and purple. It feels almost a bit more cutesy rather than fancy, but I think that depends on what you think your sim's personal style is. This is 6 Sim Lane. This is really cool because 6 Sim Lane is really small as a lot, I find, but the way this house is, it kind of gives the impression that it's like a huge mansion, but it kind of isn't because the rooms are quite small and these little corridor areas in between the rooms are quite small, but it still feels really extravagant, which I think is perfect for the kind of fancy superstar theme. And you've got a private pool and you've got entrances from both sides of the lot. I really like having the awning there underneath this little balcony bridge thing. That feels very summery. There's a few more of the mansions in Sim Lane that I would like to look at, but I think before we do that, we should look at this kind of industrial area. We've got another family down here. This is where the Hick family trailer used to be. This is the Spillman family. We've got Earl and Agatha. Actually, this isn't really like an industrial vibe. It's more like a cozy vibe. This kind of reminds me of 10 Sim Lane with the window at the back here, and this is quite open and spacious. Earl will do anything for a good photo of the stars. Hidden in dumpsters, beneath limousines, and among the bushes, he waits for celebrities to slip up. He passes the photos to his wife Agatha, who turns them into juicy gossip stories. So this is like a couple who are journalists, but they're not actually pursuing fame for themselves. Agatha is a tabloid writer, and Earl is, yeah, just paparazzi in the journalism career. On 77 Maple Street, we have the Smith Lane family. This is so cool. Silver Smith Lane is a rock star, so he's doing extremely well for himself. His house is kind of like a maze. What are all these downstairs rooms? There's nothing in here. I mean, the house itself is like upstairs. There's just a very cool, unusual shape. It's definitely much more industrial loft vibes. I like the two sinks on the kitchen island, and the way the rugs are layered, that's really fun. It makes him seem very eccentric, kind of bold with his decor choices. Lots of bright colors, even though the floor and wall coverings are the same all the way through the house. Look, there's Claire Charming. Yeah, I have a feeling she's not supposed to be in this neighborhood, but never mind. There's quite a few community lots around here, so I think we're going to check those out. This looks like it's a lounge. Oh, it's like a karaoke bar, so you can come and sing and perform. There's pool. Then there's a dressing room on this side. I really like this covered area here. It's kind of like a bus stop or something, like an actual covered bus stop, which makes sense because this is Old Town, so you're going to have to call the Old Town shuttle and sit and wait. Almost like all of the passengers for the shuttle could come and sit here and wait together. That's very cool. And of course the dressing room has the famous people star doors on them, so non-famous Sims cannot enter. This is the next lot over that used to be the Old Town Quarter. It's got the sheltered bus stop again, but it's like slightly smaller. Then this upstairs is a proper nightclub. So there's the dance floor and the DJ booth, and then the bar over here, and then a few places to sit. Then we've got the toilets downstairs here, just off from the main entrance. I never use this wall covering very much because I never know what to do with it, but it's very cool. I think it goes perfectly with this kind of style. This lot used to be MacArthur Square, and now it's like a kind of, well, it's still a park really, isn't it? There's like a huge kind of foresty area with loads of trees and flowers. Then there's a jewelry shop and a place to do like an open mic performance. That's outside. Then in here we've got another area to do karaoke and a trailer for the stars. But then this area on the other side of the lot, it's kind of more typical Old Town vibes. Like you've got the pastry cart and the espresso bar. I like how there's a little counter here in the swimming pool area because it kind of makes it look like you've got to pay to go in the swimming pool, even though I don't think you'd have to. And you can buy swimsuits in here. I really want to look at this lot in the middle. I've been saving it for near the end. It used to be Pet Paradise. And now, oh wow, it's got like whole rows of different shops. This is really, really cool. So we've got first an arcade with casinos and all sorts of games. Then next door, we've got a flower shop, but you can also buy fish. And then next door to that is flowers, more flowers, but it's mostly jewelry and clothes. It's kind of a slightly fancier, more elegant store. This is more like a sleek studio town vibe for buying high fashion. And then you can also buy jewelry in here. And there's another little karaoke bar. Of course, we are still in Old Town, so it is kind of the perfect place if you want to adopt a dog or a cat. There's a pet play area over here and a place for children to play, and there's a hot dog vendor. Do these shops have anything upstairs? Is there like an upstairs bit? No, it's just like a shell to give the impression that it's like a two-story building. Then there's another area over here which looks kind of more like a restaurant, but again you've got the pastries and espresso, and then yeah, there's nothing upstairs either. I think this might be my favorite of the community lots. Let's look at the 2 Sim Lane mansion because I think it's going to be pretty spectacular. So it's all like enclosed here at the front with this fence, and there's lots of mulberry trees in the yard. So you come in, it's this like dark green white theme with like fancy statues, a grand piano. Then what's this? This is like an indoor garden with a hot tub, but it's got glass windows along it so you can see into that from the hallway area. And then we've got 2 bathrooms either side of the indoor garden. Then we've got a large living area on this side of the house, which kind of leads back into a little book nook. On the other side here at the front, there's a small bedroom with a computer, and then the main kitchen is here. And then there's like another living room here. I feel like that's when you know you're in a really fancy house, when there's like multiple living rooms or multiple sitting areas, multiple kitchens. I bet there's more upstairs. What have we got? Rather large bathroom here. Another bedroom. A private little music studio. This is really cool. Having all of this in your house because you've made it in Studio Town. And then a smaller bedroom. Maybe this could be for a child, or maybe it's like for the live-in maid. Of course, we've got the huge private pool, nicely hedged in. There are a few more lots I haven't looked at, but I think this video is probably getting quite long. So if you decide to download this neighborhood, you can explore all of the other lots too. It's got no CC, so you don't need to download anything extra for all of the lots to show up. And when you download it, there are specific instructions that tell you how to install everything correctly so everything shows up. I'll leave a link in the description to Sims Nostalgia's Patreon where you can download this neighborhood for yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.